Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. So let's see as usual what we had this week, previous week, and where I am and what I will be looking for the new coming week. So starting with euro dollar as usual, and we have, let's go to 4-hour chart, a bit better picture. So this week it's pretty much was flat and didn't give me any opportunities to go for trades. So you can see that channel I had for a little while, and on Monday we had this move. So the only opportunity I saw was on Monday, but I don't usually like to go for any trades on Monday. So if I would be looking, I was looking for this channel, but I didn't want to risk in entering into this trade because we had this important spot level, and so I was waiting for a little bit of more movements for going to Tuesday. So if, for example, that channel would have been continuing during the Monday and going into Tuesday, right before the market opening, before the European session opening on Tuesday, then I would go for trade. But because it happened on Monday, I decided to stay away from euro dollar at all. And then it dropped, broke a little bit of our important level and sit around here. Didn't create any good channel because you know that I like to go for these horizontal channels, and that wasn't very good one. And also you see I have this little level at the bottom, so when I was looking to go for another trade, I saw previous, you remember that, also move when it's broke that level and then moved not too far and turned around. So I was expecting about the same movement from euro because it was pretty much nothing for euro going on, so that's I thought it might be stopped by the same area and would probably turn around and come back into the channel again. This is exactly what happened, so I didn't go for any trades. And what I will be looking for this coming week. So you can see now that once again, go to daily chart, that euro is really doesn't know where it wants to go. So the market sits still in kind of quite narrow range. It's probably about what, 70 pips around here. Yes, about 70 pips. So it sits a little bit higher. It would be also that level. So around this area, about 100 pips in total, which I was saying that it's possible to trade inside, but it's a little bit risky. You have to watch it really and protect your trades, let's say, from small movements, because it can move very slowly. As you see, there is nothing moving right now, euro dollar, and it's in the middle. Like we have this important level and another important level. So, and also still remember about the gap, which is still gives a bit more feeling still that it should continue to go way down, at least to cover the gap. So possibly all of this and nothing clear at this moment doesn't move euro any direction. So you can see it's obviously on the chart, it proves that it doesn't know where to go. And but at the same time, that position is showing that it can go to any direction. So it kind of slightly come out from this uptrend, that little uptrend channel, and it's just right underneath the level. So can go any directions. We have any possibilities to go any directions. A bit risky, as I'm saying, could be very little movements. So if taking the risk, need to watch really the market, really can't leave it. So what I will be looking for, so the next week again there will be some comments, and there will be some comments on Monday, and so possibly this Monday I might go for trade. So it depends how the market would opens again, and for example, if it will create something again similar to that, like little straight channel, then possibly I would be looking for placing the pending orders again, as usual, buy and sell orders at the same time, because if it will create something around here, it would be pretty much in the middle, because right now we can see that we have a little bit wider channel, right? We have a bit wider channel. So for example, if it will go down, yes, I still have this little level where I have to be careful to see what's going to happen. If it will break it, for example, I would be expecting it to again to be go around this area, so we'll have 70 pips down, and it's about the same. For example, if it will go up, it's about the same, well, about 60, maybe higher. We'll have still a little bit top here, so you see it's right in the middle of that range. So possibly it could be a bit of the movements, but as I'm saying, it needs to be really careful. So maybe that would be a bit of influential for the market, and finally we will have some movements. And just as usual, protecting with stops, trailing stops. So it all depends what the situation will be. So that's how I will be looking at it. So just waiting for the channel. If for example, the market might make movements, maybe it will jump a little bit high, and maybe it will go around this level, maybe a little bit not exactly straight. So would have to look also possibilities to maybe to place the trades. Just depends how far it will go from the middle, because we have the middle area here. You can see a little bit down here, a little bit down there. So as I'm saying, for also it might sit a little bit around this area, maybe going a little bit high around this area, so which I also might be placing the trades both direction, buy and sell. But the perfect would be if it just would be a nice straight channel. So there is a possibility, and of course then we have those other channels, depends where it go, and waiting for the same consolidations around those channels, and if it's possible we'll continue the directions, then just place more orders and topping up. So that's how I see euro for the next week. So but this moment you can see it's still kind of flat, and it's had a little bit of downtrend, a little bit of correction, and then still doesn't want to pick the direction just yet, not just yet. Something, it's waiting for something at this moment. So okay, going to pound dollar, and well, pound dollar did mostly what I would expect. And okay, Monday again, so that what happened in here. Monday we had a little bit, it jumped and broke one of the important levels. We actually had pending orders for a while, so it finally broke that level, went down, had a little bit of consolidation. So I'm showing you in 1 hour, but if you go in the 15-minute chart, you would see a little bit better channel. You see that's what I'm saying. Looking at smaller charts, you see 15-minute chart gives a very nice channel right underneath the important one. So this is where I had the sell, quite good run, also closed as usual half positions. Then I sold a little bit more when it started to break that level, and of course that bottom level, that's where I was expecting it to go. And because pound already had a bit of a good run down, as we see it's in a downtrend channel, and quite good confirmation of it. So we had, when it went up, went down, correction, up, down again. So then it had a bit of the correction where I was expecting that possibly it could finish the corrections first, right? When I was saying I do expect still pound to go down and then drop, but it did a little bit earlier this week. So which was also, it wasn't like unexpectable, it was expectable, is what I was saying. And as it's in this channel, that's what I was expected it to be stopped and turn around, for correction again, right? So because it was going down, then we was waiting for a correction. So, and that's exactly what it did. Now it's back into this little channel which I draw just to show that it was possibly continue correction, and possibly if it would have reached, for example, that level, and it would have turned around, that would have been possible a support level a bit of, right, at the channel. But no, it's broke it earlier, and right now it's coming back in here. So possibly for this week, well, I would expect pound to be doing these movements like that, jumping, going ups and downs. So continue going down, have corrections, of course, and still kind of I did a little bit buy around this area, because just as I said, it does look like a quite nice downtrend channel, so I did expect it to go up. So I had a small buy when it's created this nice little channel and jumped inside that area again. So but it was very small, so it like jumped in and come out, because as I'm saying, I'm a little bit worried about buying pound because right now all the negotiations started. So I think the market will be reacting on any comments again. Something good for pound, it will be jumping up. Something bad, it will be jumping down. But possibly to see if it is actually inside still that downtrend channel, and possibly with all the situation what is happening. So I presume it might continue to go like this inside the channel, right, to the bottom level until it's all would be clear with the situation. I'm not talking about just 1 week, like just talking a little bit, going a little bit further. But at the same time, there is possibly maybe will be a bit better news, and negotiation would be better, right? So yes, of course, a possibility that it might not continue all the way. So it might change the direction. Maybe it will still stay around this level. Maybe it will come back and stay around this area. So it's all could be any way. So, but we're looking to go for some small trades, and that's what I'm saying. For longer trades, maybe a bit riskier than to go for a bit smaller trades, or protecting your trades, for, again, placing the orders. And so what in this week I will be waiting for, what I will be expecting from pound dollar is if there is a correction, right, of the down trend, let's say, of the drop, if it sits in the channel and we still have the gap. Yes, we do have the gaps. I know that some of you don't have the gaps, but as I'm saying, it's different brokers, and well, it all depends if you is a true ECN broker, and well, I still believe there is a gap in here, and that still can make pound to go back and close it. But as I'm saying, with gaps, it could be weeks, months, days, even years. So it didn't walk away too far, and with all what's happening, so anything can happen. So it can go and cover it, or maybe it's not just yet. So I'm expecting it to go back up and jump back in this area again, where that level is. So if it will go up, right now I wouldn't go for any trades, because I have this little level. It's too close to those both levels, and because of this I wouldn't do anything until I would have a bit more confirmation. For me, at that point, would be more confirmation. For example, if it will continue and go back inside that area, right, and then create a consolidation, then I will be looking again for sell orders again, right? The same if it, for example, go down a little bit to that level, I also would and consolidate here and create a channel. I would also look for more for sell orders. So I would still looking more for sell orders. And if, for example, it will go and it could sit around this area, and of course, again, it possibly can break that level and go up higher, right? So if it, for example, will go up higher, then I might think that it's kind of a little bit in uptrend channel. But it's obviously going to depend on what the negotiations will be, right? What the comments will be. So at this point, it's just talking about looking at the technical view, right? So this is what I will be looking for. But as I'm saying again, depends what the comments will be and how the market will take those comments, as positive or negative for pound. So as for me, waiting for it to go around this level, and waiting either go for that around that level. So that's what I will be looking for, and still will be looking more for placing the sell orders. So that's how I see pound. So that's my view on the pound. Okay, now we're going to Australian dollar, and so what happened in here? Again, nothing unexpected. We had on Monday it's dropped, so it's all was around the important levels, which I had it from previous weeks for a while. So it was sitting inside. I didn't go for any trades. Again, as Monday is a watching day, I could draw a little level here, and also I draw a little bit level here, which was really not necessary because I still had the bottom one, the previous level. But I did draw it to decide what trades, what orders to place on Tuesday. And as you can see, that level helped me and I placed the orders from that level, not from the main, right? That's what I'm saying, because I had the tops. They come out from the, let's say, our channel, and to not get into the trade I wouldn't want to, right, in this one. For example, if I would have placed my trades from that level. So no, I placed it from here. Both direction. I placed one for buy, because I was saying, yes, again, more for me is Australian dollar is going down, so I was selling it. But because it was, again, got a little bit higher, this level is from the triangle, which I showed you earlier, and it's possible still in a triangle pattern, but it was getting a little bit too high and jumping out of it. So yes, I said it could be possibility that sometimes, you know, triangles can end up turning into the channels. So the end of the triangle could end up in the channel afterwards. So not always it breaks it, the triangle. And because of that, as I said, I will be placing buy orders, and from that level I placed sell orders. So obviously my sell order was triggered, and I closed right to at the next level. You see, this is how the levels work. This is how they help to come out in time, or to place the orders to prevent unnecessary ones. So I come out here, and I decided not to go for any other trades, just to see what's going to happen, because it does look a bit messy. You see, when it came here, it didn't create something nice and straight. Just from looking from the previous experience, we also had it very messy around this level for a while. You see, for a while it was sitting like that. We're looking at 1 hour chart. You see, that's why I didn't go for a 15-minute chart, because it was nothing good on a bigger chart. So it was a bit messy, and that's why I decided not to go for any trades anymore. For Australian was out for the rest of the week. And now we can see it's still trying to go up, and it's very close again to the important level of our channel. So now I will be again waiting for any consolidation. Either would wait for any consolidation around this area, maybe it will jump inside again, so we'll be looking how it will behave inside, what is it going to do. And once again I will be placing the orders both directions, because as I'm saying, it's quite possible that it might still will not continue as a triangle. It might just try to create a channel, so a big channel. I'm talking about wide channel, as I was talking about in previous video. So, and also there is possibility that maybe slowly we open the market on Monday. Maybe it will also move down to this area, and then I will be waiting and looking for again. It quite possibly might sit in something like that and create something like that again. So I will be waiting for any creation, because as I'm saying again, waiting for any influences from any comments again or any news. I don't think there will be major news or anything for Australia. There will be some news for dollar. That's why I need to keep an eye, and there was also could be influences from the other things. So that's what at this moment you see there is nothing right here. So just waiting time again for going to any of the bit closer to any of the other levels and consolidate and create something to go for any trades. But this moment is just nothing. Okay, going to dollar yen. Dollar yen also this week was pretty flat, like really flat. So had the channel, and it didn't try to break it. So you see, this is where we had the week before. It did turn around, got inside, and just come out a little bit from the kinda a downtrend. It wasn't as good. Remember when it was kind of a little bit like this. So that's why I do have this, but I was pretty much ignoring just to see, is it going to sit. I mean, yes, it does treat it as a support level. You see, it did break it first, and then it was stopped by that level. So yes, it does have a little bit of respect to that level, let's say, but it was sitting pretty much again inside the same channel, just like previously. And for this week again, we need some fuel. Yeah, there's something we need to move the market, to move that pair somewhere, because it's also just like euro dollar, right, sits in the middle. So this one is also sits in the middle. We have 100 and something and then 100, about this is the same 120 and 120 pips, both directions. So that means the market is doesn't want to choose any directions, waiting for something again. So it's possible to try to place pending orders from both levels, but you see it can come out a little bit, so it needs to be a little bit more careful, because it can come out. It depends how far you place your pending orders. You can get into the trades maybe you don't want to get into those trades. So that's why it's kind of a little bit could be risky. So that's why I'm saying with this channel, that how I'm saying I'm waiting for the market to move a bit closer to one of the level, one or another, right? So if we get closer to that level, I needed to create some consolidation around this level. If it will go down to this, I need to create look for consolidation around that level. Just to place pending orders from that to another one, just as I'm saying, it's a bit risky. It can come out, but then can get in again. That's why my position would be a usual one. So I'll wait for it to go to one or another level and consolidate. Right now it has like really nice little channel here, but you see it's pretty much in the middle. It's a little bit closer to the higher one, but still not too far from the lower one. So we can do the same what it was doing during all this week. You see it was very narrow around here. So as I'm saying, it's possible to try to risk it, but I'm not sure if I would want to take that risk. But yes, it could be look at that channel and try to place orders from that little channel. But as I'm saying again, it could be either direction. At that point could be going anyway. So this is my view. So I will be waiting for it to go to one or another and create a little bit more consolidation around those two levels, and then decide to go for any trades and see what is happening, what is going on with again news for dollar, news for Japan. Okay, going to dollar CAD, and dollar CAD had a little bit of movements, and here we go for a bit better view. So we have a kind of downtrend channel, and it broke here. Remember, went down in here, and a little bit of let's say correction. So we had a bit of correction as expected, and I had a bit of the trades here, 2 on a dollar CAD, and so I had a bit of the buy. For example, see here on Monday, that's what I was saying. I would wait for any consolidation creating a channel. So you see it's created me channel, created for whole Monday, and then on Tuesday, and around the important level, didn't go too far from it, and that was a bit of the trade. So I had to buy around here. It wasn't too much. I didn't get it all the way to the top because I'm protecting my trade, so I better rather go for a smaller one to get into some profit than to have a loss or unexpected something. So I went in a small trade in here, and when it's broke that level, and it's created a nice channel again. So again, 15 minutes chart would have a bit better look. You see, that's what I'm talking about, and it was also around important level. So I actually waited for breaking. So I had see here how it looks a bit with more confirmation. Yeah, so we have it's in a downtrend channel, and of course we had a correction, and then waiting for a bit of consolidation, and after that trying to sell again. So this is how it works in the trend. So that's kind of was a bit more. You see, we had a little bit of the uptrend. We had a bit of here showing us a bit of the channel, and another level and another level. So that was like kind of showing that it's possible a good opportunity to go for sell trade. So I went from that level. Okay, so that was my sell trade, but it was very short again because I did expect it to go and be stopped by previous. If we would look on a bigger chart, you would see that we have a big uptrend channel. You see, that's the one, right? It's very big and it's very strong. The dollar CAD was in that channel for a very while, so I would presume it's going to be very hard for it to break that level. That's why I had a small trade, and I thought, yeah, it will be stopped by this, but who knows, maybe it will continue its way down, and I could draw using a little bit of these bottoms another level where I placed another pending order to sell. And on Friday expected some news for dollar CAD, and I was hoping that I could go in place also buy order here, but unfortunately I was away on Friday, so I couldn't place any trades here, so I missed that movement. But well, at least at the same time I didn't get into the bad trade. So well, of course, you see my sell pending order was never triggered, so I come out, I cancel it. So that was a little bit of view of dollar CAD and what was happening, what I was doing this week. And okay, so what now once again, just waiting time for creation of some consolidations. So as it is sitting around again all these little important levels, it's really, as I'm saying, it's very important, very strong level, so it's going to be pretty much very hard for this pair to break it, and we need some, I guess we need some news. And also it's possibly that movement would still continue a little bit up, you see, to that one, to that level, because we had previously I drew it like that just based on these small movements around here, but it did come out once. So possibly we do have the bottoms, and I have one top, so I can right now move it like that, and just to see where that move would continue to go. Will it possibly continue to go there and treat it as a level, and then possibly it will be trying to break, try to break down in the best way, yeah, of the downtrend channel, or it could possibly try to go the other way. Maybe it is our changing movements, changing the trend, right? Could possibly be, as we have high top, the previous was lower top, so it could possibly be beginning of moving and changing the trend. Maybe it will be very slow one again. As I'm saying, we're coming into the summer right now, and probably wouldn't be trading in July and August again, because as you can see, even now June we already have like mess. It's pretty messy. The markets don't move much. It's because many people go on holidays, so we don't have as much volatility, and that's why it's pretty hard to go for and to see like compared to what's happening in autumn. Autumn usually better moves. So with dollar CAD, so will be just you see right now is again it had that good move, but unfortunately didn't have enough strength to continue, right? So if it would continue, it would be a better picture. At this moment it's not very clear picture if it will go back down to that level. So I will be waiting again for consolidation, and I will be waiting, and I will be placing the trades both directions, just as I said. If it is in a downtrend channel, it still can go a little bit up, which means yes, I will be placing the trades against the trend, yeah, for example, but only going for the small one. So at the same time, maybe it will be trying to break that level very strong. Maybe it will be trying to break and go down and continue. So that's what I'm saying. I will be waiting. Right now it doesn't tell me anything that around here, nothing. So I'll wait for it to go down, create something around this area. So yes, it's possibly I might miss if on Monday it might go and make a little bit nice channel, and yes, it could possibly be an opportunity, and it might go, you see, it's about 70 pips to get to the top level now, right? We have it here, but at the same time, well, maybe placing the buy orders, it might go high, maybe it will not be having enough strength. So at the same time, if we place in the bottom, placing the seller or the pending order, it's not enough space. It's only about 30 pips to this level, which could be stopped by this level, could be stopped by that level. So I'm saying it's not very in a nice, it's stopped not in a nice area for me. So I will be waiting for it to move, possibly move first to one or another level, and then deciding for waiting for some consolidations. I just kind of have a thought that I put this level up here, but I was thinking maybe just still to leave it around this area. Let me just see if there is still could be, if it will maybe sit around here. No, I think I'd rather just to move it at this moment. Yes, I think I'll just leave it like this, and just to see what is going to happen this week. So of course, if there will be no possibilities, I will just bet I'd rather to stay away and see how it will behave this week before I will go for trades. So if no opportunities, it's better not to go for any trades than to have a loss. So that's how I'm going to leave dollar CAD. Now going to euro pound. Okay, euro pound also had a few trades, which you also had a quite nice picture this week, and moved also not very big movements again, but still had some movements. Okay, so when it's, remember, stopped around this level, so I was waiting for some consolidation. We had Monday, it moved a little bit, it didn't break the bottom level, so it ended up quite strong, and but it's consolidated just underneath that area, so I placed orders again, pending orders buy and pending orders sell. So I didn't want to miss any opportunities, except of course for sale I would have it would have been quite good. I felt that we still have a gap which is still open. Yeah, so it was a good run. I felt like it would have been a really good run to try to close the gap. If it would go up, of course, still strong level, which had been there for a while, and it was trying to break it but did not. So that's how I ended up in buy order. It was triggered, so I went up and I closed my trades manually around this area. So I didn't go higher, didn't want to risk it, so I closed it manually. I mean, even if the trailing stop, it would have still got me out around this area anyway. So that's how I got in one trade, and then I had next day I used this channel again. If you go on the 15-minute chart, that's what I'm saying, you would see a bit better view. You can see that we had nice little channel around here, so I placed sell order. So I didn't go for buy, because you see that level which I draw by using the tops, previous tops. It's a bit big chart. I'm going to 1 hour chart, a bit better view so you can see. So I had that top, and I had previous top. So this is now I drew it a little bit higher, but before, when I was thinking should I place buy order or should I just place sell order, so that's how you see it. Of course, you understand, while I was placing the order one direction, I was influenced by watching what was pound dollar was doing, right? I remember where the pound dollar moved, so that's why the thought was of course that it should also move, make it move, right? So where pound dollar, where euro dollar moves, so that's where you expect pound, euro pound to be influenced too. So, and I placed the order one direction, didn't want to risk it because it was too close because of the previous heights, and I had a little trade, so the sell order was triggered where I come out also manually. I did come out. When it didn't reach the level, I was expecting it to go a little bit further, maybe possibly to here. When it started to turn around, so I did come out somewhere around this area. So it was a very small trade. And the same next day, again, I placed sell order again, and I got a little bit of trades. I did actually come out even before the next day, before Friday, because on Friday I couldn't watch the market, so I knew I was going away, so I closed the trades before Friday, which I could have made. You see, finally I thought that movement would reach that level, or at least that, but it's actually happened on Friday. But I closed in here. It's very, very small profits, very small trades I made, small profits I made in those movements. And this week, well, again, we can see it also didn't break, right? Any of the important levels, didn't come out, didn't pick any directions. So well, I would be expecting a concentration around here also, of course, thinking that possibly on Monday. So that's, you see, now that's why I moved. So previously it was that top, right? Now I'm moving a bit higher. I'm moving a bit high because I have another top now. So again, Euro pound this week, what I can expect is, because we have some news, for some comments will be made for for euro, right? We have, I think on Monday there will be some comments. So I would expect that probably could be movements for pound, euro pound too, right? And depends where it moves, one pair or another pair where it moves. So of course euro pound also can move. I would probably, okay, when it opens on Monday, I would probably gonna see where it's gonna move. I expect it to sit around this area again, around this level. Maybe it will jump a little bit high again, would be something like that. So for example, if it will go back inside this area, I would place both orders again. I would place sell and buy orders from those levels. So if it will be sitting, maybe it will sit a little bit movements around here, that little one. So it doesn't matter. So I would look for placing the buy and sell orders, but be very careful. That's what I'm saying. Could be very careful, because we do have the bottom level where it could be stopped by that, or maybe break a little bit, just like here. You see these ones I was watching those trades, and I could manually to come out from them, and the same is here. Very small trades, but profitable, but very small. That's what could be expected. If it's not going to be big move, not big influence on those comments which are coming, it could be just very small movements. That's what I'm saying. Need to be very careful. And for example, if it go down, if it's not going to go like too far, if not, I would be expecting it to maybe stop by that level. If good news, then we have a gap there, so I would be looking for at least to cover the gap, so possibly, right? For example, so try to still will be protecting it if the trailing stops, of course. And for example, the moving up, if it's not going to be as strong, then I have these stops. This is what I would have to keep an eye on, right? So it could be stopped by this top, it could be stopped by that top. So just watching it. But yes, I will be trying to get into the trade for euro pound. So this is what I'm going to do this week for this pair. Now we're going to gold. Gold I didn't touch at all. I had a good, you see here we have this channel, and good consolidation was end of Thursday, Friday, but it started to move on Monday. So you see, just as I said, if it would move on Monday and on Tuesday, I would have placed trades. But because it started to move on Monday, I didn't go for trade, right? So I didn't, and I didn't go anymore anywhere. I didn't wanted to go into the trades. I didn't see anything good for me. And well, except I'm gonna show you something how it could possibly be traded. So I was thinking about it, but I'm still not sure. Maybe I should try play a little bit more with gold. So for example, see that a good move down, right? So of course, just as I was saying, going down, we're waiting for correction, right? So correction could be, of course, don't forget using the Fibonacci level. So if we would draw Fibonacci here, it's around 60, probably about 61, right? That movement. So it moved down. So correction of the uptrend, correction on 61, and now it's the downtrend. So now it could be correction again, right? So this is correction. It could be also level 50, 61, 78. So you see, we had this run. I could drawn this level, right? For example, and this little consolidation here when it stopped. Again, going in smaller charts, and we would have a little bit of like triple top, which would have like another signal that it could possibly now be starting to change the direction. And of course, when it's broke one level and another level, then it could be impossible to go for trade to buy. See, like for example, to go for buy, but at the same time, you see it was, well, we still have a good run. I think here's what we have, about 60 pips. Well, see, it depends. Would you go and risk for it? And then it's dropped again. You see, it went up and dropped again. So it was stopped again by that level. So you see, you could have go and see, okay, it will break, it will go, and possibly this is where I would protect myself, right? Take some profits, maybe I'll close completely. So that would have been a target area, right? So you see, this is what it's done. It did reach that and it turned around. So yes, it was possible to trade like this. So another option I'm giving you. So and of course, another option could be, well, it's broke, it's turned around, right? It's been sitting in here, went down and went back up again. So yes, it could have been again a buy order to see maybe it goes in. inside the, also again inside the channel. So there are possibilities. It depends how much risk you want to take. So for me, it was a little bit risky, let's say, as I'm still continue watching the gold how it behaves. So I might be would go in later, maybe for a bit, try a bit more trades with gold. So right now, again, you see it sits inside the channel, and once again could move again any directions from here. So as I was saying to you, for example, if you would use Fibonacci level, so this is the downtrend, and right now it's at around level 23, so it gives a little bit more I thought that possibly if it is consolidating of it, so it might correcting it, right, the correction of the downtrend, so possible to go to level 38 and possible even go 50, 61 and 78. What does it give us? We have already level here, right? So we do have already level here. So yes, it could possibly be a correction to that level. So at one point, right, we can we might have a correction, but at the same time, it's the same. This gives a bit more, indicates a bit more of the chances for it to go up, right? At the same time, if we see maybe it was actually enough for a correction of the uptrend channel, right? So just as I said, yes, it was stopped at level 61. So again, as a level 61. So what do we have here? Yes, it's 61. Yes, you see again, it shows us once again that the correction was here, and again it's going up, right? So it does show that it's going up. Even the correction of the downtrend still looks like it has a bit more room to go up, and for correction of the uptrend channel, it's like the downtrend already corrected itself and possibly is going down. So it does have quite a bit of the feels that possibly from that channel it will continue the way up, but you never know, you know. At the same time, it can turn around and go down, because here we have already a few times it's been at the bottom level, so it could possibly turn around and continue down to the level, even trying to break it. But yeah, at this moment everything shows that it should possibly to go there. But if I would go for trade, so again waiting for any consolidations and placing the orders both directions. So just if I wouldn't want to miss a good opportunity for both directions, even though yes, it has more shows more towards the uptrend. But the news, of course, news influencing, news comments, what's in America happening, so it's all influencing. So this is it. So yeah, I might go for trades actually. So depends how well it will sit around here. You see, like that's what was here. Previously was half of Thursday and Friday. Nice. Right now it's only we have half of Thursday, half of Friday, and I need more days. You see, for me it's not enough. I wouldn't risk and place straight away the orders from these levels. I would wait for it to go for more days. For me, it would be best to go the whole Monday flat and not coming out at all whole Monday flat, and then Tuesday I would possibly would place some trades or pending orders on Tuesday. See, so it would be really nice like to see Monday. And previously I showed you the few days for gold. I would look, it's not would be 15-minute charts for gold. No, for gold it would be bigger time frames, and it needs more days for consolidation. So yeah, I would wait for it to a bit more consolidation, and I probably will be looking for trying to go for trades this week, because I can see even if you would be catching a loss or anything, you have a good, you see like 200 something 60 pips up to one level, and probably about the same, well, about 300 plus minus. So you see it's in the middle again, so quite good. Big movements could be, which is I'm saying, if it would be some losing trades, it could be covered very easily with trying to catch the bigger move. So okay, so this is my thought for gold, and now quick look on pound yen. And here is the view what happened. And just as I was saying, I have a little bit more levels I draw. This is where the market stopped, and I was saying just would have to wait for any consolidation. So around this, well, after that move, right? It moves up, so waiting for consolidation. So or any other triangle or pattern. So it's kind of created here a bit of the pattern. In here we had a top level. You see, you could draw top level. You could see you could draw a bottom level, right? So we could have like a inside the channel to try to put inside the channel, and at the same time that little level. So this is where you would have been going to the trade, right? So you would either place the buy orders to expect it to continue way up, or sell orders to continue go down. So that level, for example, this is how I would go, for example. But you could also draw it a little bit higher, and if we go on a smaller chart, you would see again a bit more confirmation with that a bit of consolidation around here, and this is our breaking point, right? So that where it's broke, it would have been breaking point, and here, of course, from here above, you wouldn't go exactly for that area, you would go higher, placing the pending orders higher, and if it would have go up, but you see it went down, and that could have been another option to either top up or of course protect yourself, just expecting what if it would be stopped by it, or if it would continue, you continue a bit more, and the next level stopping point would have been this one, right? From a bigger chart, it's the downtrend. You see, it was a beautiful downtrend channel which changed by the look of it of the starting uptrend channel. Remember, when talking about that, it could be a correction, or it could be a beginning of new uptrend channel. So right now I could draw you these levels, which shows I'm going to remove that, shows as uptrend channels. We have two bottoms, so when that movement was, this is where you could see it could have possibly stopped a bit earlier, or could have go right to the bottom of the uptrend channel, the new uptrend channel. So you see, it's turned around, as I'm saying. It's also was some comments reaction on the comments, right, for pound, and the same would happen with pound dollar, like it was going down one comment, and then we made another comment, they changed direction straight away without even any consolidation or anything, without even thinking, it just shoot up. So that was just a reaction. When reaction like that, you can't do anything really. You can't jump in a trade. Like, you could have said, yeah, I could have just jumped in here, like some people do, but it's very risky to do it, and it's not always work well because it's just impulse. And you see where it's back, it's returned back into the same channel, right, the previous channel. So it's back in here, and it's by the look of it in the middle again. So in the middle, to think, yeah, we have 100 pips go down again, and possibly be stopped by the trend if it is uptrend now, and about, you see, about the same 130 something. Could be also, yeah, okay, 60 pips around here, so it could be stopped here. So here it is, yeah. For example, for trying to go for a little bit riskier trade, wait for a bit of consolidation around here, and for example, if I would go for it, right, would wait for a bit consolidation and place the orders both directions again, right? We have enough space to get down, we have enough space even to get to that level, protect yourself, and possibly to go to that level. So it's possibility in both directions around here. So this would be my thoughts for pound yen. Okay, so that's all, guys, for today. That was technical analysis for the coming week, and if you like it, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and I see you next week. Bye everyone, happy trading.